Chapter 85. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is there a treasure chest under the sea? Lu Shu felt a little surprised. Select yes. A prompt popped up in front of him. You opened a silver-level deep-sea treasure chest and obtained Water Rune X1. Water Rune, type, Deep-sea Rune, level, elementary, function, control the sea water within 1,000 meters of the deep sea, use elementary water magic to attack opponents. Deep sea. Lu Shu keenly captured a word. He has not yet entered the sea outside the island to explore. He originally thought that, the sea outside may be just a space that isolates the sacred tree master. Unexpectedly, there are still people in the deep sea. Treasure chest. The power of the water rune can control the seawater within 1,000 meters of the deep sea. This shows that the depth of the seawater has a different meaning. Could it be said that the deeper the sea water is, the more treasures can be obtained? Lu Shu suddenly realized this. If there is a chance, he can go to the deep sea to explore in person. However, at present, Lu Shu still focuses on improving his cultivation level. The water runes opened by the deep sea treasure chest. His combat ability in the gray world is not very high, and he prefers to continue exploring the deep sea. It's okay to let the golden dragon koi explore the way first. Lu Shu took out the advanced growth fruit and fed it to the golden dragon koi. The golden dragon koi swallowed an advanced growth fruit and gained plus 100 evolution points. The golden dragon koi swallowed an advanced growth fruit and gained plus 100 evolution points. It is indeed an advanced growth fruit. Just one can increase 100 evolution points. The golden dragon koi can be evolved to the 5th level. Lu Shu's eyes lit up slightly. The effect of advanced growth fruits was beyond his expectation. It takes 20,000 evolution points for the golden dragon koi to evolve from the 4th level to the 5th level, but this time, Lu Shu got 3 after the advanced growth fruit tree reached its first production cycle. It suddenly received 300 advanced growth fruits. Give the golden dragon and koi 200 pills to swallow. I will have 700 advanced growth fruits left until all the production times are completed later. It's enough for those little guys to swallow. Lu Shu calculated the number of advanced growth fruits, then, he kept feeding the golden dragon koi. The golden dragon koi basically swallowed all the fruits in one bite. The next second, its body became bigger than before. It's as big as a shark. It's even covered with golden scales, reflecting the dazzling golden light. It looks very majestic, just like the scales of a real dragon. Open the Pet panel. Golden Dragon Koi, category, mythical creature, level 5. Blessing aura, lucky plus 150. Evolution points, 500. Evolution points required to upgrade to level 6, 100,000. Do you already need 100,000 evolution points to continue upgrading? Lu Shu couldn't help but smile bitterly. I really can't afford to raise him in the future. Let's train the crane later. Return to the sacred tree island. Lu Shu fed the 50 advanced growth fruits from behind to the enlightened crane. After the crane ate the fruit, its understanding also improved. Enlightenment crane, category, mythical creature, level, 4th level, cultivation level, 9th level, acquired blessing aura, comprehension plus 100. Evolution points, 400. Evolution points required to upgrade to level 4, 20,000. Boom. The moment the crane evolved, it also broke through from the acquired 8th level to the acquired 9th level. I guess it won't be a problem if I practice for another day or two and break through the innate stage. When the fruits of growth mature later, let the little guys from the gray world come back. Lu Shu thought. Gray realm, location, Howling Abyss, coordinates, 67, 58, danger coefficient. Lu Shu stood outside the abyss. His eyes suddenly burst into a burst of white light. Next second, the monsters in the dungeon of Howling Abyss appeared in Lu Shu's field of vision. Through the power of Monster Prophet, Lu Shu has basically determined the situation in the copy. This copy is divided into 3 layers. Outermost layer, the monsters are usually the Nether Demon soldiers and the Nether Mage camp. Middle level, there are S+ level Lord monsters that are no less than the Fire Lord or even stronger. They are quite powerful and number around 10. The deepest part, Boss, Lord of the Netherworld. The Lord of the Netherworld has the energy to instantly call out other accomplices, and its body is connected to the entire abyss. If other monsters are not killed, the Lord of the Netherworld cannot even be killed. Lu Shu frowned slightly. Killing the Lord of the Netherworld is not that simple. It is impossible to go directly and kill the Lord of the Netherworld in an instant. You can only start from the outermost periphery and work your way inside layer by layer. Otherwise, if you attack the Lord of the Netherworld directly, all nearby monsters will be summoned, making the situation you will face even more dangerous. There are still 3 or 4 days left. Check the remaining days for the invasion of the Grey World. Lu Shu planned to use 2 or 3 days to kill all the outermost layers of this copy. After that, he would send out an army of dead souls to explore the inner layer. The monsters are all brought to the sacred tree island and killed. When the invasion of the Grey World is over, in this copy, only the Lord of the Netherworld will be left with an empty nest monster. The pressure to deal with it will be much easier. Stay nearby the next teleportation array. Lu Shu's figure moved. Soon, he led the large troops around him and entered the Howling Abyss. Enter the Howling Abyss. Lu Shu's vision was suddenly partially compressed. He held up the search fire in his hand. Now, the divine fire was suddenly aroused. The surrounding darkness suddenly stopped when it was halfway swallowing Lu Shu. Field of view, 300 meters. Lu Shu is quite satisfied with this. If he were an ordinary divine tree master, he would be swallowed up by the darkness instantly when he came here. It is very likely that the field of vision would be compressed to less than 10 meters at most. If he entered the Netherworld, he may even die completely. The nightmare-level copy is like a terrible nightmare. There are fatal crises everywhere. Use Angel Blessing. Lu Shu's body immediately erupts with a holy light curtain. The pets around him are all shrouded. With Lu Shu's protection, these pets have gained resistance to the Netherworld. In addition, the dead souls are also immune to the Netherworld. This attack is aimed at the living and engulfs human consciousness in an instant, summoning an army of dead souls. Lu Shu asked these dead souls to take the initiative to attack nearby monsters. Suddenly, a large group of ghost demon soldiers and cursed ghost descendants were angered. After stimulating hatred, they rushed towards Lu Shu's direction. Welcome. Lu Shu smiled slightly. The purpose of doing this was to make all the monsters come closer. Wait until enough monsters gathered around. The next second, raise the Guardian Scepter. Holy Light Judgment. A beam of light. A waterfall of holy light fell from the sky. The surrounding ghost monsters were immediately hit by the holy light. They dropped a lot of equipment and materials one after another. You killed the Netherworld Demon Soldier and received Special Fertilizer X1. You killed the Netherworld Demon Soldier and obtained Netherworld Armor, Diamond Level, X1. You killed the Cursed Netherborn and got X1 Special Fertilizer. You killed the Cursed Scion of the Netherworld and obtained the Netherworld Boots, Diamond Level, X1. In front of me, a lot of Netherworld equipment dropped. Besides, Special Fertilizer can even be found here. A blast of luck. Lu Shu collected the Nether suit into a 4-piece set in a very short period of time. Open the Equipment panel. Set effect, Nether 8-piece set, 4/8, set effect, Nether resistance plus 100, Nether restraint plus 50, Nether perception plus 20, Nether gain plus 50, Nether critical hit rate plus 10%, blessing plus 20, divine power plus 10. The equipment in the Nether set is basically diamond level or above. If these equipments are thrown into the 5-color altar, it will give you a chance to light up a luck critical strike again, and it can even overflow a lot. The effect of the suit, even the divine power, is more powerful than I imagined. Put on the Nether suit, although it's only a 4-piece suit, but in this copy, some attributes of the Nether suit are even more important. Lu Shu constantly uses dead souls to pull over the surrounding Nether monsters. His holy light, the level is high enough. Only one holy light judgment is needed. All monsters nearby who were illuminated by the holy light were judged, and no one could stay. Equipment and more advanced materials are constantly popping up in front of Lu Shu's eyes. By the way, go find the souls of those guys. Lu Shu's heart moved, and he walked towards the deeper part of the Wailing Abyss. Not long ago, more than a dozen sacred tree masters around Yuming were trapped and killed in this area. They had not been dead for more than a day. Refining as a dead soul, there should be no problem. When Netherworld dies, the soul breath becomes a medium connecting Lu Shu and its sacred tree, so it cannot be refined into a dead soul. You can only choose one of the sacred tree and the dead soul refining. Since he wants the Netherworld sacred tree, the other people's sacred trees are one level lower and do not have suitable fruit talents. Lu Shu chose to be more straightforward and refine them into members of his army of dead souls. In this way, this team of the Dark Knight Alliance did not disappear completely in the Shinshu game, it just changed away and continued the game. When they came to the area where these people died, Lu Shu used undead magic. A painful wailing sound came. The sacred tree master of the Netherworld team had his soul extracted by Lu Shu, and he felt extremely painful. They wanted to put up more resistance, however, Lu Shu snorted coldly. His mental strength was more than the other sacred tree masters were too much higher, it was impossible to give their opponents any chance. Directly activate their mental power to obliterate. Soon, 10 more A+ level souls and 3S were added to the army of dead souls. Level dead soul. The combat power has increased a lot. At this moment, a dark magic suddenly landed on Lu Shu. The next second, the guardian spirit immediately released the guardian blessing. Angel blessings appeared around Lu Shu. The dazzling brilliance withstood the effects of dark magic. The angel's figure appeared from the jade pendant, with a holy light curtain, breaking through the darkness and lighting up everything around him. The Nether magician has unleashed a dark magic on you. Guardian spirits protect against dark magic. 2 prompts popped up in succession. Lu Shu looked in the direction of the attack. In sight, a magician wearing a dark robe was looking at Lu Shu with cold eyes. Monster panel pops up in front of you. Nether mage, category, demon, Nether tribe, magician, danger coefficient, S+, perception range, 400 meters, power, 1200. Speed, 1150. Defense, 920. Skills, dark magic, death curse, dark sacrifice, Nether devouring. Description. In the abyss, they have powerful magic power and unique talents as magicians, and are loved by the Lord of the Netherworld. Holy light blessing. Holy light barrier. Holy light explodes. Lu Shu waved the guardian spirit scepter, and released 3 skills in a row. Under the blessing of the holy light, his divine power was greatly improved. The holy light barrier first protects oneself from the dark magic attacks of the Nether mage, and then, use the holy light explosion. Detonate your opponent directly. A bright holy light suddenly exploded where the Nether magician was, killing him instantly. You killed the Netherworld magician and obtained the Netherworld necklace, extraordinary level. This luck. Shu couldn't help but clicked his tongue. A piece of extraordinary equipment was revealed directly. Isn't this very lucky? Even if the opponent is an S+ level monster, it is just a mob after all. How can extraordinary level equipment be revealed so easily? Open the equipment panel. Demon necklace, type, necklace, grade, extraordinary, attributes, magic +500, spirit +500, spell penetration +200. Set effect, Nether AP set, May 8th, set effect, Nether resistance +150, Nether restraint +100, Nether perception +50, Nether gain +70, Nether critical hit rate +20%, blessing +50, divine power +the 20. Nether set has received a bonus again. Lu Shu began to perform the fireball technique. The searchlight source in his hand suddenly burst out into a burst of bright fire, illuminating the surrounding area of 500 meters. The fireball technique combined with the divine source of fire also has this expelling effect on the Netherworld. After the field of vision was expanded, Lu Shu used the Marauder's map to obtain more location information about the Nether magician. These troublesome guys must be dealt with quickly. Lu Shu's eyes turned slightly cold, raised the guardian spirit scepter. He aimed at the location of the Nether magician and continuously released explosions of holy light. Chapter 86. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boom boom boom. Holy light explosions continue to explode on the Nether mage's body. Angel blessing. With the blessing of the holy light and several layers of blessings from the guardian spirit, Lu Shu's damage bonus to Nether monsters has simply reached an extremely exaggerated level. as the holy light exploded on the nether mage's body one after another. The most threatening monsters nearby have been killed. After completely sweeping the perimeter, Lu Shu got a new nether suit. Devil pendant, type, pendant, grade, extraordinary, attributes, magic plus 400, spirit plus 600, blessing plus 100. Set effect, nether AP set, June 8, set effect, nether resistance plus 250, nether restraint plus 150, nether perception plus 100, nether gain plus 100, nether critical hit rate plus 30%, blessing plus 100, divine power plus 50. The netherworld's resistance has been greatly increased. Now even without the protection of the guardian spirit, Lu Shu will not have much impact when attacked by these monsters. The improvement of damage amplification attributes such as nether restraint makes Lu Shu's damage to these monsters even more explosive. After the divine power is improved, the professional skills of the priests have also been strengthened. Walking in the nightmare level, Wailing Abyss, Lu Shu actually felt like a fish in water. When Netherworld's team came to the Wailing Abyss, it was equivalent to entering the most desperate abyss. If they could only try their best to survive, then, when Lu Shu came to the Wailing Abyss, it felt like he was walking around in his own house. Like the back garden, I strolled leisurely and walked forward leisurely. When I encountered a monster, I used a holy light explosion to clean it up and get a lot of equipment. If other sacred tree masters saw this scene, I'm afraid you have to kneel down completely. After sweeping the perimeter, the equipment Lu Shu obtained was enough to light up 2 luck critical strikes. I don't know how much top quality fertilizer I got, tried to synthesize top fertilizer, results, tips displayed before your eyes. Your top fertilizer has reached the highest level and cannot be synthesized into higher level fertilizers. Have you reached the top level yet? Lu Shu showed a thoughtful expression. It seems that if we want to increase the growth speed of the sacred tree, we may have to start from other aspects. In the next 2 or 3 days, Lu Shu will be in the outer area. Conduct a sweep. I have to say, the scope of the Howling Abyss is simply too large. Just sweeping the outermost area took a lot of time. Finally, the last Netherworld magician fell in front of Lu Shu. Next is the inner layer of Howling Abyss. Open the panel. Remaining time for Grey Realm invasion, 2 days. Time is running out. Lu Shu frowned slightly. Even if he wants to sweep, it won't be enough to sweep the inner area. If that's the case, then first drag the S+ level Lord monsters in the inner area to his own sacred tree island and slowly deal with them. Lu Shu raised the Dead Soul Bone Staff, and held the Soul Control Order. The mighty army of dead souls immediately dispersed and rushed toward the inner area of the Wailing Abyss, and towards the position of the S+ level Lord. Spread out the army of dead souls to explore. Although some people will die on the way, the total amount is too much. Lu Shu sends out only the lowest level dead souls. The impact of the death of these dead souls on the entire army can be said to be very great. Small. Ding. Your fruit of life has been hatched. Ding. You got nether fruit X1. Lu Shu's eyes moved slightly. After this period of exploration, the fruit of life has been hatched. Other than that, the newly obtained nether fruit has matured. The number of career fruits from the other 2 sacred trees also reached 3. There is still some time left before the combined number of 7. Lu Shu thought slightly and took back the army of dead souls. I quickly explored the innermost area of the Wailing Abyss, and directly found the locations of 10 S+ level Lord monsters through the Marauders map. Next, you only need to wait for these Lord monsters to go to their own copy before killing them. Generally speaking, Lord monsters will receive additional bonuses in their territory. If it reaches its own sacred tree island, it will be weakened. Killing them is even easier. After doing all this, Lu Shu sent the large army back to the sacred tree island through the teleportation array. In addition to life fruits and netherworld fruits, the 2 maturation periods of advanced growth fruits are also completed during this period. Advanced growth fruit plus 600. Including the 50 eaten by the crane and the golden dragon koi, Lu Shu has a total of 650 advanced growth fruits. It's time to give these pets a dose. As a teleportation light curtain descended, the large army from the Grey Realm returned to the sacred tree island. Time remaining until Grey World invasion, one day. World public screen. There's only one day left, luckily I'm back. Every time, I'm on the edge between life and death. Damn it, I'm lost. I'm not going to die, am I? Condolences for Upstairs. Poor child, in order to explore the dungeon, he couldn't even go back to the Sacred Tree Island. When exploring the Grey Realm dungeon, the most important thing is to figure out the way, or go directly to the trading interface and buy a teleportation ability. I envy the bosses who have the power of teleportation. They don't have to fight so desperately back and forth between the two lines to escape. I remember that some time ago on the Sacred Tree Island, there were still people selling teleportation fruits, but now they can't sell them. Nonsense, in the early stage of the Sacred Tree Island, everyone had nothing, but they were willing to sell the teleportation fruits. Now the price has risen to an unimaginable level. Yes, everyone already has the fruit. Doesn't the value of the delivered fruit have to be doubled several times? I envy those big guys who can have the teleportation fruit in the early stage. They don't have to desperately try like us in the cycle of life and death. To be honest, if there is a teleportation fruit, you don't have to worry about the return journey. The exploration distance can definitely be doubled, and the benefits will be unimaginable. Damn it, I just realized this. I sell teleportation fruits. I feel like I lost blood in the early stage. I will never sell these things cheaply again. It's all your fault. You say these things in the forum every day, which makes a stupid kid become smarter. You also let us old fools, how can we collect wool? Every time when the invasion of the Grey World is about to come, in the Sacred Tree game, there are always a group of Sacred Tree Masters who are exploring the Grey World and start running crazily towards their hometown. Some Sacred Tree Masters even failed to make it back due to miscalculations, or were completely lost, and countless of them died in the Grey World. There are 1 billion Sacred Tree Masters, and I don't know if there are even 1/10 of the remaining ones. So far, most of the Sacred Tree Masters who can survive have 2 brushes. Then, the teleportation fruit becomes valuable. At the beginning, the value of the teleportation fruit was not optimistic, but now if I want to redeem it, I am afraid I will have to bankrupt it. Lu Shu's eyes also moved slightly. In the early stages of the Divine Tree game, I traded in exchange for a teleportation fruit. It seemed like a wise choice. Now, the strategic value of teleportation fruits is comparable to S-level fruits. It seems that I used a few spiritual energy fruits to redeem them, and I was going to make a lot of money. At this time, the Sacred Tree Master of World Public Screen suddenly talked about the ranking list, which naturally involved the Tree Raider, who was number 1 on the list. What do you think? How many defense points can the tree-playing boss get this time? Don't say so much, just look at the plate and you will know. Now many Sacred Tree Masters have begun to beat the Tree Master to get tens of millions of points. This is normal. Last time I got 6 million defense points. What's wrong with a small breakthrough this time and getting 10 million points? There is a 15 million point plate next door. Do you want to bet on it? Come on, 15 million is too exaggerated, right? That's right, and there doesn't seem to be any new first kill achievement rewards for Lushu boss recently. Are you crazy? Everyone has already beaten through all the abyss level dungeons. Do you know what the next level is? Nightmare level. Upstairs is fine, even the nightmare level dungeon knows about it. Anyway, I tried to get some information and found that the nightmare level dungeon not only has a lot more monsters than the abyss level dungeon, but also a bunch of S+ level lord monsters, and not a boss. Whoever can overthrow a nightmare level copy at this stage would truly be a god. Damn it, there are a bunch of S+ level. I almost vomited when I fought S-level monsters. Emotionally S+ level monsters are not even boss in dream level dungeons. S-level monsters are just little monsters in nightmare level dungeons. The difficulty of this dungeon is too terrifying. Even if Big Tree Master wants to pass such a dungeon, it will take some time to grow, right? Yes, how could someone be able to challenge a dungeon of this level so quickly? Do you think they are playing with a full level account? Watch the chat above. Lu Shu originally wanted to get a 15 million plate to play with. According to his own estimate, the defense points this time would be around 15 million. What I didn't expect was, a bunch of sacred tree masters voted for the 15 million plate. The ratio is not high. Even if you place a bet, you won't make much money. Lu Shu was speechless. These people really trust themselves. 15 million points, just vote. However, in addition to this plate, Lu Shu also found that there was a divine tree master who voted that he could not be ranked first this time. It can only be said that these people have the mentality of gamblers, specifically working against other sacred tree masters, hoping to make big money with a small amount of money and get rich overnight. Lu Shu smiled and didn't care about anything. The sacred tree master who thought this way soon let his points let them know what kind of price an unrealistic gambler should pay. At this time, the fruit of life has also been successfully hatched. A prompt popped up in front of Lu Shu's eyes. Your life fruit is hatched, Squirtle plus 100. Squirtle, type, Pokemon, powers, rocket headbutt, water cannon, impact, physique, A. Speed, B+, mentality, D-, comprehensive potential. Shu's eyes moved slightly. The newly born pet turns out to be the Pokemon Squirtle. The attributes seem to be a little worse than those of Duncong Fox. Logically speaking, the life fruit hatched from a higher level sacred tree should be more powerful. It shouldn't be. Let's feed the advanced growth fruits first. Lu Shu distributed 100 advanced growth fruits to the Squirtless. Bah. 3 times 5 divided by 2, Squirtle ate all the advanced growth fruits. The pet popped up in front of him. Panel got updated. Squirtle, type, Pokemon, powers, rocket headbutt, water cannon, impact, foam light, new, physical, A+, speed, A. Mental, D. Overall potential. Got a new superpower. At this time, Lu Shu felt a little surprised. It turns out that Squirtle can gain new powers after eating the advanced growth fruit. Although the growth potential at the beginning does not seem very high, but if you swallow the growth fruits can obtain new superpower attributes. In that case, Squirtle's upper limit is actually quite good. Moreover, Squirtle's innate physique is very strong, and it is a pet that can gain strong combat power by relying on its physical body. Coupled with the new abilities that are constantly being acquired, it is also quite good in terms of combat effectiveness. At this time, a teleportation light curtain came. The large troops from the Grey World also came back. When Pikachu and the other little guys came back, they saw that new companions appeared on the Sacred Tree Island, and they immediately came up to say hello. There seemed to be a connection and induction between Pokemon. Soon, these little guys got together and became familiar with each other. You also go and eat the advanced growth fruits. Lu Shu called Pikachu, Yumi, and the little white fox to go over and eat the growth fruits. These little guys each received 100 advanced growth fruits. There were a total of 300 advanced growth fruits, and they were eaten just like that, very quickly. Quick, all the attributes of pets have been improved. Pikachu, type, Pokemon, power, 100,000 volts, shock fruit, physical, A. Speed, S. Spirit, S. Comprehensive potential, SS. Yumi, type, magic cat, powers, hitting and blocking, fishing missile, Yumi possession, high energy, final chapter of the grimoire, shining fruit, physical, A. Speed, A+, spirit, S. Comprehensive potential, SS. Escape fox, type, elf, power, void teleportation, hostile perception, void crack, dark fruit, physique, B+. Speed, A+, spirit, S. Comprehensive potential, SS+, open the divine tree panel dash, product, devil fruit, production cycle, 4 days, 2600/650. The next fruit is the devil fruit again. Lu Shu's eyes lit up slightly.